So what's your opinion on Food Fight?
Genuinely the worst movie I've ever had to sit through all the way.
Yes, it's... Have you watched it again since I bought it for you for Christmas?
I haven't, but I am planning on making Chris watch it with me at some point.
Oh, good. Depending if you end up swallowing your own tongue in the middle of it.
Ugh. I've just never seen a movie where the climax happens like a third of the way through, and then the rest of the movie is just after that.
Yeah, and it feels so... I think that movie is an hour and a half long. It's about the same length as The Room, but it feels terrible.
We kept checking the time when we watched it because I was convinced that movie was 3 hours long. Just so scary to look at.
But don't worry, in case you guys want to go in case you guys have seen The Room before and you want to find some more stuff, there are plenty of other good bad movies out there. May I recommend Dragon Ball Evolution? I've mentioned it. I was going to say I've mentioned it several times on the channel. I think every single one of them was in the Cowboy Bebop Netflix video. But that movie is just endless amounts of fun.
I quite enjoyed when we went to the riff tracks for the Five Doctors.
Now here's the question, because I couldn't remember. Have we ever seen Birdemic unaltered, or was it only the riff tracks?
It was only riff tracks.
Okay.
And I've never seen Birdemic 2.
That's fair. That's another person that got too self-aware.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's not funny anymore. That's what I was worried would have happened to Tommy Wiseau, but... Oh, he caught it from behind. That's impressive.
But if you want the newest bad movie director that has never become self-aware, don't worry. May I introduce you to Neil Breen?
Oh, I have heard of him. As I understand, he's convinced that nobody else gets it.
I don't know what he thinks. There is no movie, line of movies out there, I am more disappointed does not have a director commentary. I need to know what was going through that man's head when he writes his movies.
What has he done? I don't know anything about any of his movies. I've just heard his name mentioned.
Oh, well then, I got something. I got to show you something then.
Oh God.
I'll get a clip. It's not from the movie where he plays Jesus.
Is it like as a main character, or he's just there?
No, the movie's about Jesus who shows up in Las Vegas, blinds a couple people, I think kills some drug dealers, and then decides he'll give the human race another chance before annihilating them.
Famously what Jesus does.
Oh, he also crucifies a couple people in the movie.
Oh, okay. He says, well, I had to go through it, so... Can you dress him in whatever outfit you want?
Nah, it has to be.
Oh, okay.
If he's going to work, he has to be dressed properly.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Wear your suit jacket for work, wear your tuxedo to football. I know how it works.
Neil Breen's movies are for some reason not available anywhere, and it's really annoying.
Do you have to pay for them?
Yes.
Oh, of course.
You either have to buy the DVDs directly from his website, they're not even on Amazon, or you can buy the movies on iTunes or Amazon Prime digitally. They're not on any streaming service. I don't think you can even rent them digitally. It is. You are paying the $10 to own Fateful Findings, and you're gonna like it.
Does Uwe Boll still make movies?
I don't know.
Or is he out of money at this point?
I looked into him a year or so ago. I don't know if maybe he's still doing movies. Last I'd heard, he was a restaurant manager up somewhere in Canada, and apparently decently good at it.
Well, he wasn't good at movies, so he had to be good at something.
Was he a good boxer, though?
He had a movie that came out in 2022.
Okay.
2021, 2017, 2016.
Alright, so he's still doing...
And 3 that are currently to be announced.
Alright, I'm just assuming then that no video game publisher is going to trust him anymore.
He was in a music video in 2004. Or possibly directed it, I'm not sure.
I actually spent the weekend watching a couple video game movies, so maybe at some point I will have to get to some of Uwe Boll's work.
Oh god, what did you watch?
I watched the Mortal Kombat movie and the Street Fighter movie. Now, Mortal Kombat is actually a very impressive film series. I mentioned this on Twitter a couple days ago. There's 6 Mortal Kombat movies. All of them are worth watching.
Oh, wow.
Annihilation is another one of my favorite bad movies.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I'm sure it wasn't because they were all so good. But...
Most of them are solid. One of them is downright amazing, and the other one is hilariously terrible. I watched Annihilation last year, and I was just stunned. Not only is this a real professional movie, but it was theatrical. Like, how? How did this get past anybody?
Lisa Park.
This is the one bit of tedium that does not get cut out of this game. There's a lot of football.
Well, it just wouldn't be the room without it.
At least I get congratulated for all my good performance.
What happens if you mess up?
I don't know. I don't get that achievement.
Couldn't risk it.
I lost that one, though. He passed them all correctly. I kind of love this game's action theme. It's a high-energy version of the room theme, but it starts like a Pokemon battle. Can't get me. I'm too good at video games.
I like the jumping sound effect. It sounds like a weird little animal. Oh, it was formerly Golden Gate Park. That's nice. His influence.
The world that this game specifically creates, where Johnny is the most important person living in San Francisco, and also Tommy Wiseau is also here. Which, in a sense,
photo outside though, on the hallway. Do you have an idea?
Is it? I don't know who it is. I think it's Orson Welles.
Okay. Well, they have so much in common as directors.
The only regret that I have in this world is that Orson Welles and Tommy Wiseau never got the chance to meet.
They could have shared a cheese log.
Or some of that French wine.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, the French champagne.
I love watching the actual aired version of that commercial. And it's like, wow, they actually managed to get usable footage out of this. Listen, the sandwiches I made are missing. Someone ate them. Or they got thrown away, but...
I hope not.
Tommy Wiseau doesn't seem like a wasteful sort of man. I said that sort of as a joke, but at the same time, he did also insist, no, every bit of footage I shot for this movie is going to end up in the final movie.
I respect that, honestly.
Which is why there's like 20 shots of San Francisco to break up scenes.
Oh yeah, like the fade on the balcony during the party. That's my favorite one.
But as that sense of dread comes down, we are approaching the climax of the story.
Ugh.
This is the part of the tragedy where everything starts to crumble around our hero. Very Shakespearean in its...
Yeah, very. Ugh!
So if you ever
Rest
wanted
in
to know
peace,
why...
Peter.
That's why Peter's not in the rest of this movie.
Mike looks like a Muppet. Everybody's in a slightly different art style. I really like it.
Yeah.
Stupid comments in the pocket. Yep.
Yeah. Otherwise, we would have missed that line. There it is. There's one of our favorites. Who invited all my friends. Good thinking. You just know that if Tommy Wiseau was not quite as delusional about his ability, someone would have convinced him that that line should not be in there. But it is, and the world is a better place for it.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad he would not listen to anybody about this movie.
And if you want the full story, you can either read or watch The Disaster Artist.
I've done both good.
Yes. I probably would have read the book again, but I don't know where it is.
I'm impressed that they're still friends after everything. I mean, I can't imagine he's met anybody else like Tommy, so...
Yes. This part of the game here, the creator had to specifically add a section in the description to say, hey, open the freezer. 'Cause I guess no one thinks to do that.
Part where it all falls apart.
Now, on the achievement side of this game, there's a trophy for beating him. I use achievement and trophy very interchangeably. Because you don't have to win this fight. The game really... Yeah. The game did not want me to win this fight. Because with the exception of that one mistake I made at the beginning where he didn't get taunted, because that's it works every other turn, and I don't think you know when you're starting what turn you're on, whether it'll work or not. But other than that, I did, I believe, perfectly. But Mark will not let up. He's taunting every single turn and dealing extra damage. And there's just nothing I can do about it.
This man wants you dead.
And I've never had this happen before. And all these several test playthroughs I did for this game, I did fine on this fight because he was not quite so brutal and how hard he was fighting. I can do this though. I've done the torture scene in Metal Gear Solid. I can push a button real fast.
Hey, thanks for everything, Claudette.
But Johnny is prepared. He has been spying on everyone before there was a reason to. I love that.
He's a very sensible man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're the sparkle in my eye.
And that line, you could have just, instead of sensible, could have just said sensitive. It would have made more sense. But nope, the script has to be just as it's written.
7 years, so how old is she supposed to be?
I believe if you go by the actress age, she would have been like 15 or 16.
Alright, well that's a little suspect.
Now we get to see those fully destructible environments at play.
Ooh. Oh god. I know I'm in the middle of a rampage, but it's time for a sandwich.
There's another rat in the corner, by the way.
Oh, what? Man, what kind of house is this?
Well, this is a nice apartment. I think they would have a little bit of pest control.
Yum, that looks delicious. Just for later, huh?
I made sure to do that because I remember the first time we played this game, I remember us cracking up with the fact that his anguished, what a nice sandwich. It's the fact that you can still examine things in all the same ways as normal. They just made sure to change the portrait. You wouldn't want any sort of...
You are my favorite movie!
You don't want any sort of ludonarrative dissonance by him appearing calm during his rampage. Otherwise, the story would be ruined. At the very least, the game gives Johnny his chance for revenge against the world that has wronged him.
He's earned it. He already has $6 million. What does he need more for? I guess it is San Francisco.
Yeah, who knows how much that apartment with the rat. The rats cost extra.
Oh, okay, yeah. Makes sense. I can't read that.
You can kill all of the store clerks. They didn't do anything wrong, though, so I don't feel a need to.
You can't kill them in front of the dog. That feels mean. Oh, Wiseau Street.
There should have been an achievement for petting all the dogs.
Agreed. My god, you would think if they sold 1 billion cheesecakes, they could afford rent.
So Tommy Wiseau is strictly on the fuck the police.
Man, the police! Not now, Ice Cube!
Yeah, very
Side.
ACAB move of him.
He'll take the law into his own hands.
Oh god, he runs like a dog. Can you imagine being in a park and seeing this guy coming after you?
I mean, according to Greg Sestero, he's got cyborg-like strength.
Oh, his bones came out.
I got very lucky I managed to find that clip, because I couldn't remember any details about what it was. So I ended up just having to go on YouTube and look up Black Guy Reacts. I got a bunch of just the standard React channel, and as I'm scrolling through, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to like try and figure this out. And then I found it. I was like, ah, perfect.
gets it done.
They did not include the scene where he humps the dress.
Yeah, he just punched it apart. Probably for the best.
I love that death animation. It's so Metal Slug.
You don't normally fall forward after you shoot yourself in the head, but I'm not here to question this. Is he dead?
I don't know. He's not any uglier than he was when he was alive.
I mean, he's got flies now, but they also had rats before, so it's, you know.
And this is what I was talking about. The game decided to go this alien route for his true identity. If they knew he considered vampire, though, what would the ending of this game be?
Oh, in a spoon, yeah.
So when are we going to get our Tommy Wiseau vampire movie?
I would pay anything for that.
He can do a good villain. He uploaded a video of him auditioning to play the Joker in a... just to have some fun, and apparently he's having a lot of fun doing it.
Action. Bang!
Okay, and again, I would prefer that to... Like, I'd rather see him than Jared Leto. Oh, what if I got Tommy Wiseau to replace Jared Leto in Morbius as well? Now that would be a movie.
Yeah, let's get Tommy Wiseau and Matt Smith acting off each other.
I would love... I don't even know what either of them would do. Both as weird looking as each other. When is the Bob Odenkirk version of The Room dropping?
Yeah, we forgot to mention that. By the time this video comes out, that's probably going to be out. That exists.
I really admire how much he put into it, heart and soul.
And Greg Sestero's reprising his role in it.
Oh, thank God.
He's the only one.
Oh, they couldn't get Chris R back.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Neil Breen.
The one dead on the ground or the other one?
No.
Call 911.
Tell me, you don't recognize the writer, director, star, producer of his own movies?
Jim. How could you have done this? Jim! I can't believe you
Touch your
committed
face.
suicide. I cannot believe you committed suicide. How could you have done this? How could you have committed suicide? I can't help you out of this one, Jim.
There's
All
no...
we've been through, I can't pull you out of this one.
Well, goodness me, no, I would think not. I really like the tone of voice he used of I cannot believe you committed suicide.
My favorite thing is the comments point out, this is one of the more normal scenes of the movie.
Oh, God. Oh, great. So a whole movie of that.
Yeah, this is the movie where it starts by him getting hit by a car. He recovers and is... he's hacking into government secrets to find evidence of cheating and corruption, which is also the plot of every single one of his movies. And there's the other movie where he's an AI from the future that comes back in time to kill all of the bad people.
Of course.
There's the one where he plays twins.
Oh. Jack and Jill style?
Yeah. They are both AI.
Oh, yeah, of course. Not sure what I expected.
He is a strange man. It's weird comparing him to Tommy Wiseau, because you think about all of the inept filmmaking that goes into The Room, But that movie makes sense. You watch it, you understand what's happening, and you understand what he was thinking in writing the story.
Oh, yeah.
Neil is not so lucky.
Yeah, I totally understand Tommy's vision. I just think it's kind of a competency issue. I don't really know that there was any version of that scene I just watched that, I don't know. That would have to be literally just a different scene for that to be good, I guess.